What's going on, guys? It's Deathmonk here. Today we're going to be talking about 3 of the campaign missions within Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, guys. So basically, if you don't want any spoilers from what you're about to listen to, click away from this video, guys. We're going to be talking about 3 pieces of footage that all the content creators managed to get, me included. Now, basically, if you want to read this for yourselves, I will leave this annotated in the description box down below. Make sure you guys go and check that out. So, James Matone, who deals with the Call of Duty blog on their Call of Duty website, basically has looked into 3 different missions from the game's mind-bending campaign. 3 missions that he's looked into are Nowhere Left to Run, which we saw leaked footage of, Fractured Jaw, and Desperate Measures. So, we're going to be talking about the first one here. So, at the height of the Cold War, these 3 moments defined the early history of a newly formed group of CIA operatives. Their objective was to prevent global nuclear conflict through deniable operations, missions whose targets and sources remain off the record to this day. So, we're going to know our history in a truly Black Ops style on November the 13th, and we're going to see what we'll learn. We'll learn what happened off the books that saved the world from an unimaginable disaster. So, if you want to watch the actual campaign missions for themselves, guys, obviously I don't want to get myself any sort of copyright strikes, so obviously, hopefully we don't get any sort of copyright strike here, but it all begins in a grungy tavern within Amsterdam almost 2 weeks after New Year's Day in 1981. A massive break in a CIA investigation led 3 operators to this otherwise seedy watering hole, one whose jukebox is always tuned to the latest hits despite the lack of turnover to its decor or its top shelf bottles on offer. After a meeting with their source, the checks are cleared and they exit past the local bargoers to the alleyways, screaming up to capture the first of 2 key players to an ongoing hostage crisis. So that's rather interesting, guys. So Nowhere Left to Run is a great example of how we want to pay homage to the original Black Ops in a few ways that fans will recognise, but also give newcomers a first taste of what Black Ops is all about without needing any previous experience with the series. This first mission really serves as a great way to bring back Woods and Mason, as well as introduce one of our new heroes, Russell Adler. After a rooftop chase with multiple fast-paced shootouts, the mission shifts gears as the 3 men confirm their second and final target is at the Trabzon airfield in Turkey. Although they prepare for another takedown under the cover of night, they come prepared with an unconventional weapon just in case the DZ goes hot. Of course, Black Ops has a well-known history of bombastic, over-the-top moments. It was critical to not only get one of those moments in this first mission, but also making it uniquely Black Ops by using the RCXD, the radio-controlled car packed with explosives from the original game. As the mission comes to an end, the story kicks off in dramatic fashion as a ghost from the past is revealed to be alive and planning something that could shift the balance of power in the Cold War. So that's really interesting. The second one we got was Fractured Jaw, who is the threat that can alter the course of this global struggle. As one of the operators recall from their time fighting in the Vietnam War, it's none other than Perseus, a mischievous Soviet spy that some people believe never even existed. Despite this figure being written off as myth, players will relive an first encounter with Perseus during the campaign's second mission, Fractured Jaw, set within the Vietnam War. Through this flashback, the team will uncover clues needed to track down Perseus, as well as the overarching theme of deception is deeply rooted within this past war and the current operation. Narratively, these 2 pieces fit together perfectly, as the team has to try and relive their past and unblur the lines between truth and deception. It was great being able to push through the big war feeling in these levels, from flying helicopters to being a soldier on the ground fighting through jungles and rice paddies. In signature Black Ops fashion, this campaign will feature multiple flashbacks, like Fractured Jaw, that add another layer of context to this overarching story. Through these recollections, the CIA team, and of course the player, will gain the insight needed to uncover the truth behind Perseus. One of my favourite levels is one of the later Vietnam missions, as well as we really push to give the player more freedom and control. It's easily the most unique mission we've ever made. So, that was rather interesting. The final one is called Desperate Measures. As the old saying goes, desperate times call for desperate measures, and that's what this mission is all about. After tracking down several leads in the hunt for Perseus, the team found themselves faced with the unthinkable. They must go behind the Iron Curtain into the heart of the Soviet Union and infiltrate the KGB headquarters. Another change of pace compared to the first two missions measures sees our CIA operators break out the covert spycraft for a last-stage effort to gather information on Perseus. Using the latest in 80s technology, including modified civilian tools and prototypical machines, players will assume the role of a Soviet double agent, working for the CIA, reporting for work at the KGB's headquarters. This status comes out with access to an incredible peek into the world of the KGB, along with the opportunity to obtain information out of their fellow agents. However, one odd move or awkward decision could lead to cover being completely blown, compromising the mission and turning it all into an all-out fight for survival. We really wanted the player to experience something different with this level, give them more freedom and control in how they complete the objective. You are given multiple ways to complete the objective, hiding in plain sight as you walk through the hallways of the famous Lubyanka building. You have the freedom to talk to a variety of people, explore the building, ultimately culminating in an action-packed finish to the mission. So that's really interesting, guys. So through these three missions, Perseus turns from myth to harrowing threat, one that players will chase throughout the campaign. Something that both games have in common is their use of real-world history. This was a critical element that made all the conspiracy so great in the original Black Ops, and is something we couldn't wait to continue. From headline-grabbing crises of the 1980s to lesser-known clandestine operations, this campaign will mix in Cold War history with a thrilling, fictional experience that only Black Ops can deliver. With that in mind, Fondrak and the team have one message to players before they experience the full campaign on November 13th. Know your history, or be doomed to repeat it. So what your thoughts on this, guys? Please do let me know in the comments box down below. If you want to watch the videos for yourselves, guys, I will leave these links to each one in the description box down below. They're all 30 seconds long. Make sure you guys check that out. If you want to read the blog that I've just read out, again, I'll link that in the description, so make sure you guys check that out as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, smash that thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, please smash the subscribe button. Don't forget the notification bell so we see more videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then.